All right, Jarrett Wade.
Present, Your Honor.
I guess you're in
Need my old docket back. Hello,
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
May I ask who our colleague is that passed away?
Jocelyn Andrews.
An attorney?
Yeah. She was an attorney and a nurse.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, everyone, please whisper and remember my previous rules. Do not approach until you've spoken with your client and conferred with the state. Court is calling 2025 CR 0044949, 2025 CR 0044950, State versus Jarrett Michael Wade. Can I have parties announced?
Duffy Whitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
James Seeloff for the defense.
And are you Mr. Wade?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on June 26th. This defense waived PSI, and this was to give the defense a chance to bring witnesses if the defense wanted to bring witnesses. Did you have any witnesses?
He,
Well, it was my stepfather, but he had emergency back surgery yesterday.
Okay,
So he couldn't come. He's a ex-police officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, so what was he going to say?
He was basically going,
Say, give you probation, right?
I'm
good
hard-
character,
Yes,
he's a
ma'am.
hard worker.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
And draw away.
All right, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
UPS driver, part-time,
And how long you been doing that?
4 years.
You're not one of the people who throws packages over the.
He gently brings it to your
In the
door.
box, or I'll place them right there and get you going.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
12 years old.
All right, and do they stay with you? Do you have, all right,
He's married, he's been married for 15 years.
We've
Your
been
Honor.
together for 15 years.
see, together for 15,
We're 7.
married for 7. All right,
He's, okay.
so here's the question. When's your anniversary?
November 3rd.
Ah, I
Good
like
man.
that. Usually people don't remember their anniversary date. Well, the state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication, but they're recommending, let me see,
Probation.
they're recommending community supervision. So state, do you have any objection to the court giving him deferred adjudication?
No, Your Honor, the state.
All right. So here's the thing about deferred adjudication. The offenses that you have, they're third-degree felonies. The agreement that you reached with the state was if you were ever revoked, the maximum I would be able to sentence you to is 10 years. With deferred adjudication, the maximum I'll be able to sentence you to 10 years is if you violate the terms of your probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The thing about deferred adjudications don't show up as a conviction on your record, but they will still show up on your record. Do you understand? All right. And UPS, are they making you do drug tests?
No, ma'am. We don't, they do like deal with felonies with charges.
Okay.
Wishy-washy.
All right. So here's the thing. While you're on probation, you have to do drug tests. So you can either do drug tests where you actually go into the office, or either they can give you a patch. The thing about patches, it helps you with your time constraints. And I'm sorry, state, you may be excused. It helps you with the time constraints, but the patch costs more. Ms. Abrams, how much is a patch? A drug patch?
It's $50 every 2 weeks, Judge.
Every 2 weeks?
Yes, Judge.
Or you can do the UA. The UA will be once a month.
I'll take the UA.
All right.
Judge, also keep in mind, we have that watch.
Ah, so they also have the watch. And how much is the watch? The watch is something new. It looks like a watch. You put it on and it's supposed to be less expensive.
I'm fine with the UAs.
Judge, I
Okay.
believe
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
$5 a day
Oh.
Okay, that $5 a day adds up.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, especially with the 12-year-old, right?
What, 10 years?
All right, and cause number 2025 CR 004-950.
49.
Oh, you have two, yes. All right, this is what the court is gonna do. The court is gonna sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once those are completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. This is to run concurrent with 2025 CR 004-949. There's to be restitution, if any, to Stephen, that's with the V, Enriquez. The defensive driving course. No contact with Stephen Enriquez. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else with regards to that cause number?
Your Honor, could I ask the court to reconsider the driving course? I don't know how that applies, and he is a driver with UPS.
Well, because he has an evading arrest. So that's why.
You understand?
And it'll help him.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, and cause number 2025 CR 004-949. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. This is to run concurrently with 2025 CR 004-950. Again, restitution, if any, to Stephen Enriquez. The defensive driving course. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes,
I need a 30-day reset for a restitution hearing.
yes.
Do you need my presence for that?
Yes.
Judge, if you do August 12th,
All right, August 12th. Council and Mr. Wade, you can appear by Zoom. And let me see if I can find your trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Can you-
Wait, are you gonna do his probation for?
I thought I would. Isn't that part of my duties?
Yeah,
Court-
could be.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Wade, do you need anything else to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because these are plea bargaining agreements, because I followed your plea bargaining agreements, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Sure.
In this court, in order to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, you need to let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to the court. We're off the record, if you're able to successfully complete everything, your attorney can talk to you about early termination.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just have a seat. Probation is going to go over conditions with you.
I was gonna ask you, do we do probation talk now before
Yes.
the restitution? But you want me here
Yeah, or you can appear by Zoom.
by Zoom? Okay, and I'll get a notice with the Zoom numbers.
Oh, yes, and she's gonna give him the reset form as well.
Okay.
Jordan Christopher Armstead.
Yes, Judge.
Hello.
Do you still have the plea paperwork in there from 2 weeks ago?
No, I do not.
Everything
You
was,
see? Adriana,
Yes, ma'am.
they said there's some plea paperwork.
For Armstead?
Yes.
and Your Honor, a plea was taken. He was sworn in, a plea was taken, and we paused it, got off the record, and we came back 2 weeks.
Mhm.
But conferring with Megan Galloway, we're ready to go forward today with the plea.
With the plea?
Yes.
All right, once they pull the file, I will
All right.
take you up.
Yes, Judge.
Who's here on Christina Lozano?
I am, Your Honor.
Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
So Ms. Lozano, I think she was under the impression the setting was at 11 a.m. She is currently on her way here. Set for a discovery hearing, our firm was just remain on the case and we didn't receive the discovery.
Okay, is she here?
She is on her way, but.
All right, so there is no settings in this court at 11 unless I specifically given 11. All people are to be here at 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but I did call her. She is on her way.
All right, she's gonna be taken into custody. All right, thank you.
That was on a. Not yet.
We're ready to resume the plea from June 12th.
All right.
Where is it? Thanks.
Hello. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 003910. State versus Jordan Armstead. Could I have parties announced?
For the state of Texas, Your Honor. Joseph Stateson for defendant.
And are you Mr. Armstead? All right, so we had began the plea and then we reset it for possible PTD.
Correct, and I provided ADA with some certificate, high school diploma, few nice words to say about my client, and unfortunately, we're not able to obtain a PTD offer. However, ADA Galloway did revise the offer. There's initials with her initials, my client's initials on the plea bargain.
Sorry,
paper.
what?
We modified and we initialed next to the modifications for the length and reduction of community service hours. And ADA Galloway is, as long as Mr. Armstead does everything okay on deferred, she's okay with early termination.
All right. So, counsel, you received all discovery,
Yes,
reviewed it with your client.
yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. For some reason. Here we are. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, did you review the true bill of indictment with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Armstead, did you understand the true bill of indictment? All right, you threw me off with your shirt that says no risk, no reward, monopoly. Okay. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State the last time we were here, I believe you were proceeding on count 1, waiving count 2. Is that still the same?
I believe so. Yes.
All right. Mr. Armstead, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right. You're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering into this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Armstead, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count one. There's a $0 fine. State is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2025 CC 001622. There's to be restitution of $1,200 to Sincer, SINCER Mendoza. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, no contact with the complainant, and the life skills course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offense and count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
State author states exhibit 1 and all attachments else.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we ask that you follow the plea bargain agreement. We did come to an agreement regarding restitution to Sinclair.
Is it Sinclair or Sincere?
Sincere, I believe.
Okay,
And there were some documentation about wear and tear, tire worn out. But we agreed with the state that there would be no fine, that we would agree to partial, a fixed amount. We just, if the complainant ever seeks additional, we would want a restitution hearing. We're not agreeing to anything other than the
$1,200?
$1,200.
well, that's the amount of the restitution that
Yes.
you all have agreed to, so that's the restitution amount. So there will be no further restitution. If there's further restitution, that's something that needs to be handled civilly.
Yes,
Because your
Judge.
agreement is, this is the restitution amount.
I just wanted it on the record. Yeah,
All right.
yes, Judge.
All right, are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
Waterbury.
Oh, okay. Do you have any children? Do you live by yourself or with someone?
Stairs.
I'm sorry?
Stairs. I got like a roommate.
Oh, okay. So what are your plans for the rest of your life?
Work and in my basketball career.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors, 100 hours of community service restitution. My understanding, you have your GED or your high school diploma?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to order Actually, I'm gonna order 200 hours of community service restitution. You can do those 200 hours, or you can get a trade school certification. Or if he decides to, if you become manager at Whataburger, then I would consider the community service hours satisfied. And let me just tell you why I'm doing that. We all should be working on improving our life. I know I don't look down on people because they work at Whataburger, because we need people to work at Whataburger. But I've seen plenty of documentaries of stories where people work at McDonald's or Whataburger, and then the next thing you know, they're the manager, and then the next thing you know, they're owning part of the franchise. So I don't want you to just be complacent with where you are. If you have hopes and dreams to do something other than what you're doing, I want you to have the tools to do it. So you can spend your 200 hours, they'll put you to work outside on the roadway, picking up trash in the hot sun, or either you can spend those 200 hours improving yourself by getting your trade school certification, or always showing up on time for your work, and they'll probably make you a manager. You understand? So trade school certification, or if he becomes manager. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, there's to be restitution of $1,200 and no contact with first name Sincer, last name Mendoza. Taking consideration 2025 CC 001622. Probation, is there anything else?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. If there's something that you need, make sure you let probation know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. All right, good luck.
And Your Honor, I know that it wasn't on the agreement, but the ADA was okay with early term. Will you be able to notate that?
Oh, I tell you what, if those community service hours are either completed, or if he follows through with the trade school certification or higher level education or becoming a manager, I will of course consider it.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ricardo Reyes. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
So far, so good.
You know, they used to have this joke about somebody falling from a building. They said, "How you doing?" And they said, as he went through the windows, he's like, "So far, so good." Yeah, you know the joke I'm talking about.
I feel like that.
Yeah. You know, they always say it's not the fall that gets you, it's the landing. All right, so where are we on this case?
Oh,
He's got another case that's, his not has died yet. I need to look at that as well and potentially maybe this to the global offer as I can to the bench. So if I just didn't want more setting before that, so I'll get that to you.
All right, and what is the other case?
It's another.
All right, Mrs. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for discovery, please, on Reyes.
I can do August 12th.
that should be fine.
All right, we will see you back on August 12th. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
David Dunderlin. Good morning. What page is David Dunderlin on?
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty early, I think.
All right, so today is your plea deadline date?
So Judge, I've been conferring with both sets of prosecutors because he has the indicted CTD case, plus he has a pre-file domestic violence case.
Mhm.
What we're all asking is for one more plea deadline setting because they don't have an answer on their family violence case as to what they might be able to do with it. There's a chance it's going away. So I would ask the court if we could have another few weeks maybe to give them the opportunity to see what they're going to do with it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, set this for August 12th.
Yes.
You need to know what's happening by then, okay?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
thank you.
That's perfect. Thank you. May we
Thank
be
you.
excused?
Yes, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. And thank you for being on time. Who is here on Jose Martin Garcia Corona? Good morning. Hi, where is he?
He was taken into ICE custody some months ago, and I don't know the status of that case as of yet.
Okay. State, hi. She's saying her client is in ICE custody.
Yes, and I believe both parties may have difficulty determining status, like location. Is the defendant here? Is defendant somewhere else? We don't know if the court has resources to determine location. I do believe defense has tried every avenue available to them to locate defendant and have been unsuccessful. The state isn't here to move on the case today, not knowing where defendant is. If both parties knew location, we may be better able to come to a resolution.
All right, I'll find out his location if there's no objection.
Please judge.
All right, so we'll call it back on August 12th. I would be able to do it today, but I have a funeral to attend today.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, thank you. So it'll be August 12th.
Thank you.
and
Thank you,
I'll-
Judge.
I'll discover the location.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Efron Soto? Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing? All right, how's it going?
I'm good.
So on this case, there was a PSI and tap done. Court is calling 2025 CR 0000850 State versus Efron Martinez Soto. Could I have parties announced for the state?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Phyllis Beal for the defense.
All right. And are you Mr. Soto?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Soto, you entered a plea bargain agreement with the state. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. The state is recommending community supervision. There's to be restitution of $10,800 to Gregory Brooks. And that was supposed to pay within the first days. I mean, I think I reset this for him to make payments.
Actually, he's already paid $2,000 of that, and that was probably before he pled.
Mhm.
So it's down to 8,800 now,
$8,800.
is what's left.
All right, when are you gonna be able to pay that?
I just got some work, so should be pretty soon.
What does that mean, pretty soon?
I'd say within a month to 2 months.
And that's the remaining 8,000?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this in 2 months.
Yes. That's great.
All right, you're gonna come in on September 8th and you'll need to have paid the remaining balance. And that remaining balance is, it's $8,800 if you paid 2,000. All right, thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Well, thank you. God bless you too. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Who is here for Troy Trevinho?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here. I'm gonna be the new lawyer for him.
All right, where's he?
Oh, he's in custody. I didn't want to bring him up without, you know.
No, come on down.
Okay. People start moving around and everybody goes crazy.
All right. So, were you retained?
I was retained, Judge. They did make an offer. Obviously, they were kind enough to keep it open for 30 days and that's kind of.
All right, let's do this first.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna go on the record in 2025 CR 0060031, 2025 CR 00700, 2025 CR 0070003, and 2025 CR 07063, State versus Troy Xavier Trevinho. Are you Troy Xavier Trevinho?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Troy Xavier Trevinho.
All right, your previous attorney was John Pettis Jr. He filed motions in each one of your causes to withdraw as attorney of record. Do you have any objection to his withdrawal?
Okay.
All right, so in each cause number, the court will grant the defense's motion to be withdrawn as attorney. And your counsel currently is,
Travis Kettner, Judge.
all right. And do you have an objection to this being your attorney? All right, we can go off the record. So where are we now?
Judge, they made an offer this morning and they said they would keep it open for 30 days. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm pretty familiar with what's going on. I've been talking to his family and stuff, but obviously we need to get the electronic discovery. I'll talk to him next week. So we're in good shape.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can set this, please, for a plea deadline date in 30 days.
I think so. I think you, August 11th.
That should be good.
All right, August 11th would be your plea deadline date.
9 a.m.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Mariano Rendone. All right. Oh, this is Mariano Rendone Jr.
Yes, Judge, I've filed notice of appearance as additional counsel. Mr. Lucas is aware. He was anxious to accept the plea agreement as the state had offered him. Larry's in trial in Comal. And so I'm just here to, well, I'm new on the case, but we want to delay the process with doing the substitution. So he just let me do the additional counsel notice.
So in the indictment, it has him down as Mariano Rendone, but then in all the plea paperwork, it says Mariano Rendone Jr. Is he a junior? Okay. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 2339B State versus Mariano Rendone Diaz. I'm sorry, Mariano Diaz Rendone Jr. Do I have parties announced?
Roman Martinez from Mr. Rendon.
And are you Mr. Rendon?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have you had a chance to meet with Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections to his standing in for counsel?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Martinez, did you speak with his counsel?
A couple of times, Judge, and earlier this week, I explained to him he would be set today. And he related, he didn't know when he could come in and do the plea because he's in trial in Comal and he may go into next week.
All right. Counsel, have you received all discovery?
We have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Rendon, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Rendon, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record for a moment. So he was sentenced in another case, correct?
Right.
So,
Same incident, different charge.
all right, so in that case, he received prison time?
Yes,
So he wants to be in prison, then come out on deferred?
that's the offer the state's making. He wants to close out his case. He doesn't want to stay here waiting to try another case. This is the same offer the co-defendants have received. He's okay with it. He wants to go serve his time and then he's willing to do the probation.
So how much time did he receive on the other case?
3 years.
3 years? So do y'all want him to go to prison, then come back out and be on deferred?
I believe that is the state's intent.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Did you review the, I'm sorry. Oh, we're still. All right. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
You're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I give you all.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rendon, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The state recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with the complaining witness, anger management, MRT, and TAP. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be 200 hours community service restitution, no contact with the complaining witness, and a TAP evaluation. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments, Your Honor.
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right, states you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, all right, if we can go off the record for a moment. All right, who's here on Mario Vargas? Good morning. Hi. Are y'all ready to proceed?
No, we're not, Judge.
All right, what are you asking for?
Judge, I guess at least 30 days, but this is a case, it's an FTR, the other guy, a third.
Yeah.
There's a new allegation of PWI that happened on June 6, 2025, for roughly just a little over a month ago. In that particular case, a blood warrant was signed and executed, so we're waiting for that.
All right, could I have a 30-day reset for a contested hearing, please?
August 14th.
Judge, I have my vacation letter for the month of August,
All right, so when will you be back?
September.
All right, Norma, if you'll put it for September. And I'm gonna alter and amend his conditions of bond. I don't know if as a part of his conditions of bond, it's no driving, but I'm gonna add no driving to your conditions of bond.
September 8th.
And did you drive here today?
No.
All right, we can go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 1737 State versus Mario Alberto Vargas. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Robert Valdez for Mario Vargas, Your Honor.
And are you Mario Vargas? All right, so there's been an agreed setting for a contested hearing of September 8, 2025. Mr. Vargas, I don't take any of the allegations in your motion as true. However, I do have to set conditions that I believe will protect the community. So I'm going to order as a condition of your bond that there be no driving. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. All right, is this on the docket today?
It is, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Hi, Mr. Moore, how are you doing? All right, so Mr. Moore. In court, you're not allowed to wear shorts. Those are not my rules. No.
I'm sorry.
No. Here's the thing. I always say that if you don't know beforehand, then you don't know. So I would always tell my clients, you don't need to get a 3-piece suit. If you have some jeans, not the ones that the fashionable ones that they rip, that will be fine. Okay? All right, so counsel,
Judge, even though it's an old case, it's actually his very first appearance in court on these cases.
Mhm.
I have reviewed the files. He and I have discussed the case. We need to review it for potential motion to suppress. So
Okay.
whatever your next normal setting is, fine with us.
All right. So do you have all discovery?
It looks like a judge, yes. Yes.
And you're gonna want a motion to suppress?
Well, I want to double check. I need to watch the videos to see if it corroborates what they say in the report. That's really the big issue.
All right. Did they tender an offer to you?
Not today, Judge. I'm not ready to ask for one until I know whether or not I have any defenses to.
All right, Norma, if I can have a 3-week reset on this case?
July 31st.
All right, we're gonna come back on July 31st. At that time, the state is going to need to have tendered you an offer.
Understood.
Once you sign the reset form, you are excused. And thank you for being on time today.
I read that the class is doing, I've been doing this class, you guys,
Okay,
and I'm like halfway done.
okay, awesome.
Actually, like 15 more days that should be done.
All right, and so has it been helping you?
It's not pretty cool. I'm actually trying to be a member of that, you know, to get A and B. It's pretty cool. I haven't done it in a lot of years, but
Mhm.
that's pretty cool. I've been going twice a day because I like, it, you know.
All right, that's
Keep-
awesome.
Keep having the work over there.
Mhm. Oh, that is awesome. I always think it's nice when you're able to meet people who are trying to improve, like you're improving, and then they can give you tips and you can call
I
them.
can take some of my friends and nephews with me because I'm like, oh, you gotta be serious. This is pretty nice, you know that.
Some,
Get into it, you know.
okay, I'm glad it's working for you.
I like.
All
Thank
right,
you for the research there.
all right, have a good one, okay? All right, who's here on Ashley Jones?
I'm Judge.
Yes. All right, so counsel, you have all the discovery?
I have the discovery. I'm conferring with Austin Stout, who's the special prosecutor assigned to this particular case.
Yes.
He wasn't here this morning, but I've been talking to him on the phone. And I do have the discovery and I've signed the discovery agreement.
All right, and so is there gonna be a motion to suppress?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, was he able to tender an offer?
No, not yet. So if I can get a plea deadline date perhaps for the next setting.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for a plea deadline.
I can do August 11th or August 14th.
14th, please.
Judges, yeah, I've been in communication with Mr. Sal and he had relayed to me that he had already taken him on. I'll work on that.
I'll
All right. All right, so August 14th is gonna be your plea deadline date. So
August
that date,
14th, okay.
You need to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement. If you have not reached an agreement, your next court date is gonna be a jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Judge. May she be excused?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Once she signs the
Yes, ma'am.
reset form.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll meet you in the hall.
Lydia?
All right, are the parties ready on Rendone? All right, let me find his paperwork. All right, we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2339B, State versus Mariano Rendone. The defendant had entered a plea of no contest. State, are you offering State's Exhibits 1 and attachments?
Yes.
No objection?
No objection, Judge. We did look at them.
All right, and again, Mr. Rendon, you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please, Judge.
All right. With regards to restitution, it is my understanding that you do not wish to be present for a restitution hearing. Is that correct, Mr. Rendon?
Actually, Judge, I confused the court. That's on his other case that he's already been sentenced on, that had a post-conviction restitution hearing pending.
All right, what is the cause number for that case?
His cause number is 2024. The order 2338B.
All right. Mr. Rendone, cause number 2024 CR 2338B. Are you asking to waive your appearance for any restitution hearing in that cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and defense, have you spoken to your client about his waiver of the appearance at the restitution hearing?
Yes, Judge, and while we were off the record, I confirmed with counsel, it looks like they have a general idea what the number is gonna be, and I've shared that with Mr. Rendon, so he definitely would like to waive his appearance.
Right. And in regards to the instant case, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We just asked the court to follow the plea agreement, Judge.
All right, state you may be excused. The court will sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 60 days. Well, I'm going to say proof of employment within 90 days of release, because I know you'll be in custody. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors or in the bar industry. There's to be no contact with Oscar Del Fierro.
Hero, Hero.
Fierro. There's to be anger management, TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, 100 hours will be waived upon completion of anger management. Field visits 1 time per month for 8 months. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's also an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. When you're released, we can go off the record. People always forget this. That is why when I was a defense attorney, I never liked for judges to have somebody go to prison, then you come back out and you're on probation. So you need to remember, when you're released from prison, you need to report to probation on the first business day of your release. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you don't do that, there's going to be a motion to revoke file.
Yes, Your Honor.
And probation will give you information on who you should contact. And if you don't remember, if I'm still here when you're released, come and check in here and they'll give you information, okay?
That's gonna be on the same day, correct, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay.
The day after you get out.
Or the
Yeah.
day?
Yes, just the next business day, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Who is here on Atvegan Lo?
You can right now. You can do a plea and have a court.
Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
no more cases. If it's gonna be, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
if there are gonna be some kind of plea agreements, then I'll take those up at a break during trial, but everything else, it's gonna be recalled back for next week. Court is calling 2025 CR 0035001 State versus Atvegan Lo. Could I have parties announced?
David Andre Woodard from Mr. Liao.
Are you Mr. Lo?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Lo, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Are you proceeding on the
Yes,
state?
you are.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. Mr. Lo, did you review the waivers and admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, The fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering into this plea bargaining agreement, you were giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, was your client able to provide you with any defenses?
He was, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is, Judge.
Mr. Leal, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends community supervision and ignition interlock. Is that ignition interlock for full term?
I put it on there, Judge. Usually I recommend. So I don't know what for something.
All right. They're recommending for half the term. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Judge.
State is at the plea.
Yes, it is.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that the community supervision be for a term of 7 years. There be 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition, 200 hours of community service restitution, and 2-year driver's license suspension. Did you understand that was recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit as well as all this.
No objections, Judge.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're just asking the court to follow recommendations, Judge.
All right. Are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I'm a quality engineering supervisor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, ignition interlock for half the term, 10 years in prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order 90 sober meetings in 90 days. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody, a referral to felony drug court, DWI education course, VIP live, 2-year license suspension. All right, with regards to the Bexar County Jail, you can either do 10 days in the Bexar County Jail or 30 days on GPS. It will be partial for employment only.
30 days GPS, right?
All right, there's to be 30 days GPS, partial for employment in lieu of 10 days Bear County Jail. For the record, the reason why the court is doing that, I don't want you to lose your employment, and also because there are health issues and overcrowding at the jail. There's to be a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. Probation, is there anything else? Thank you. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months.
And at each gift, what day do you want it installed?
What's the soonest it can be installed?
I believe he currently has it in his vehicle, Judge.
A week, Judge?
No, the GPS.
Oh, GPS, I thought you said.
Within a week? What date do you want probation?
The 17th, Judge.
All right, the GPS is to be installed within, by July 17th at 5 p.m. If that GPS is not installed, that's a violation of your conditions of probation. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You're one of those people who can't drink alcohol. I have yet, in defense, I don't think you've ever had a client who said, my intention was to become intoxicated, hit somebody, pick up a DWI, or kill somebody. But that happens every day. And when you're out there driving, do you have children?
I have one daughter, Your Honor,
What is her age?
22 years old.
22? All right, so here's the thing. How would you like it if your daughter is out there driving, minding her business, not intoxicated, and you or someone like you comes along and ends up hitting her because you're drinking and driving?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. It's terrible.
Yeah, so you cannot drink at all. And when you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that GPS, you're only allowed to go to work, nowhere else. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you're driving home and you're like, oh, let me stop at the HEB, it's on the way, that's a violation. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, probation will go over conditions with you. Good luck.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.